thanks. Thought there was going to be a longer conversation, but
Right.
he's like, no, he's like, I think it's a great idea. You should go do it. I'm like, okay, cool, thanks.
So it was mostly, so back into the weight loss, so it was mostly running?
All running. Yep, just straight running.
Wow.
Yep, just running and diet. That was the only two things that I focused on.
Now, did your body take to it? Or were you dealing with a lot of like knee issues and hip,
Not
like
particularly. Like in the early days, like I would have like the Osgood Slaughters, like tendonitis in my knee, and then my shins hurt for a couple of weeks. But other than that, it was fine. I ran distance in high school, so
Right.
like I understood like how to run and like what the injury patterns would be with that kind of activity, and like how to counteract those and move appropriately, I guess, to kind of combat that. But it's a different game at 350 than it is at 190 when I was in high school. So, but yeah, so yeah, it took to it, and like I think I did it correctly with listen to my body and kind of just gradually worked my way into it,
right?
And like took the appropriate rest and then work for it,
right.
So,
yeah. It's such a I look at running as such a cruel mistress, because I'm trying to listen to my body, but I also don't trust what my brain's telling me to at the same time.
Right. Yeah.
It's telling me I'm hurt. Am I can I run through this? Can I not? What's this little twitch?
Right.
And running's one of those. I mean, do you enjoy running? I don't.
Not so much.
Right.
Not so much anymore. Like I would never claim to be a good runner.
Right. Neither would I.
I'm more of the jogger type of class.
Right.
Right. And so it never feels easy or like natural. You have some people that are just born to run, right? And they're like, oh, I'm gonna go run, and they just like they're gone, and it's just so natural and it flows so nicely. And like I'm not that.
Right.
I am like rhinoceros running down the road, like just so it's a challenge to run, but also like running is a lot of like mental fortitude,
right?
Which I think that I have an advantage with, so that helps out a lot, because you can tell your body, or you can turn off your mind and be like, oh no, you're fine. You just need to go, right? And so that's a huge part of it, at least for me. So
I find running's a tough one to stay consistent with.
Yeah,
if somebody came into CrossFit and was like, I'm thinking of running, like you're alone. You have to motivate yourself. You can't get somebody saying, okay, here's the workout today. It's like you just gotta do it.
Exactly. And that's like the part of the mental like discipline of the whole thing, right? I know, like you said, you was it the Joe Rogan podcast you were talking about? Do you listen to the Jocko podcast?
I listen to handful.
So he has that discipline equals freedom mentality,
right?
And like that applies to running too. It's just like if you're disciplined enough, then you'll stick